I'm like a little nervous.
Like, get out.
I know, you're like, next topic. I was like, do they really hate each other? All right. The first time I see this, I kind of want to like get rid of my bumpies. Like I should have just stuck to butt pads.
How did you feel when you made that video of you guys splitting? Did you feel like, oh yeah, I'm for sure never getting back with him?
It was very much like, no, you're not gay. Like, no, don't come out. Or like, that's not you. Stop walking like that, whatever. They thought I was choosing a harder life for me.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Me and Who Else. For today's episode, we are actually doing something a little different. We are gonna have a little cute co-host moment for the very first time. I'm so excited to introduce you guys our very first co-host of this episode. He is the baddest perra. You guys, I'm sure you guys have seen him everywhere. He's the funniest YouTuber, TikToker, whatever you want to name it. He is just viral and trending everywhere. But before I introduce him, we do have an ad break. So let's get started with that. If you guys are looking for some plans for spring break or summer this year, you can get tickets to a concert, a festival, or even an NFL game, an NBA game, which is why I want to thank today's sponsor for this episode, SeatGeek. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app. There are more than 70,000 live events on SeatGeek, like concerts, festivals, games like NFL games, NBA games. For example, Tyler the Creator is currently on tour and you can get some of his tickets on SeatGeek. And if you guys happen to be Laker fans, they also have NBA tickets on there. And don't worry, SeatGeek has your back. Each ticket is rated on a scale from 1 to 10 and they do show you all of the deals that they have. For example, if the ticket has a green dot, they are letting you know that it's a good deal. If the ticket has a red dot, they are letting you know that it's a bad deal. Plus, every ticket is backed by the buyer guarantee. And you know I had to come through for you guys. I do have a new discount code with SeatGeek under Who Else 10 for 10% off your very next purchase with SeatGeek. That's 10% off tickets with promo code Who Else 10. Make sure you guys click the link in my description box below to download the app and have easy access to the code right into your account. Thank you so much once again, SeatGeek, for sponsoring this portion of our video. And thank you for being one of our very first sponsors for Me and Who Else podcast. With that being said, let's get right onto the video. Okay, let's introduce our very first co-host, Louie.
Hi. Oh my God, I'm so excited to be here. I'm like a little nervous.
I know. I was telling Louie, I'm like, now you have to come back every week to co-host.
I know. I like signed my contract, give her my thumbprint, todo.
A little mugshot.
I know. It's in the entrance. I'm like, all serio.
I'm dead. But you guys, I wanted to do something different with Louie because obviously he has his podcast with Yoatzi, and I'm sure you guys have seen him on other podcasts. So I was just like, I wanted to do something different. I still wanted to bring on like very familiar faces, but with Louie, I was just like, oh, it'll be funny if we do like a little co-host moment where we just kind of have like a little yap session where it's fun. We're just catching up because we have not seen each other.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah, so we're just like, I think it'll be fun. But we can still do like a little cute introduction of who Louie is.
Yeah. So my name is Louie, aka the baddest perra. If you don't know me, ask your hombre because he probably does. Actually. But I'm so excited to be here. I remember like I was just like trying to think about the last time that we saw each other and I was like, oh my God, it's been a minute. And then I saw you come out with your podcast and like I've obviously been like looking at everything on social media. So one, I'm really happy for you. So congratulations on your podcast. I feel like you're such a good host.
Really?
Also somebody
I'm like the comments say otherwise.
No, it's because like for real, you guys, every time I get to have like a conversation with you, I feel like you're such a good listener. I feel like I can always talk to you about like everything or anything. And I don't know, I almost feel like you're like a sister to me. I don't know, maybe because I've known you for such a long time también, but like you give me like a very homey feeling.
I feel like everyone tells me that I give them like motherly vibes.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's more like maybe more like sister. Like, I don't know. I just feel like so comfortable when like you're around or whenever I get to talk to you or every time I get to see you, I get really happy. So I got really excited when you asked me to be on your podcast. So thanks for having me.
I know. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, but we're going to switch it up a little bit. She told me she wanted to be like a little co-host moment. So I was like, ooh, the pressure's on. But it's something different because I have done like a few other podcasts. So I was like, la gente ya se va a aburrir of hearing my same story over and over again. But we'll give you guys something new and hopefully something different.
I know. We just want it to be like a fun little yap session.
Yeah.
We're just going to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be talking about what's trending, other creators are trending,
Yes.
and just pretty much a bunch of stuff. And we're also going to touch base on what Louie has been up to. Because what have you been up to? Last time I saw you was...
I don't even know how long.
It was in August.
No way, it was in August.
Yes, of last year. It was...
A year?
Really?
You're
in March. I'm like, wait, really?
Was it?
Yeah, it was... Last time Louie and I saw each other was my accident.
That was in March?
No,
wait, that was in August.
That was in August. We're in March right now.
No way, that was a year ago.
No, that wasn't. Was it a year?
It was Janeiro.
Yeah, kind of last year.
June, July. All right, I'm all like already towards the end of the year. No, I just feel like time's going by so fast, and it always scares me. It is. Like you saying that happened in August, I'm also like, oh my god, because my birthday's in August. I'm a Leo, so I'm like, wait, so that means like my birthday's coming up. Year's gonna end already.
Yeah, I know.
No, but I do feel like it felt like such a long time, but now that you're saying like was August, I'm like, okay, wait, that kind of happened like really quickly.
Yeah, honestly, yeah,
it did. But I'm honestly so happy to like see you and see you doing great and amazing. I feel like that was such a scary like time and moment, and obviously gracias a Dios you're here, and I'm so happy to like just see you doing well and thriving. And yeah, like I said, I feel like although we don't see each other like so often, I don't know why, I just feel like such a, I don't know, like a... And
we live so close to each other.
We do, like literally one street away from each other. And like, I don't know how we haven't like bumped into each other.
I know.
Because are we in the same city? See, no?
Yeah.
Kinda-ish?
No, yeah, we are.
We're like right next to each other. Like literally, okay, so if you guys are like in Elsie's house, I'll put her address in the comments down. If you guys are at her house,
his social security down too.
I know. If you go all the way straight, like maybe for like a cute like 5 minutes, you'll be at like my house. So I remember I went to her house like not too long ago to drop something off, and I was like, wait, she literally lives like so close to me. And seeing how close, I'm like, how have we not like bumped into each other?
I know. That's so hiding true. From me.
She's like, every time she's at the grocery store.
I know, because when I see your vlogs with Adam, like you guys go everywhere I go. I'm just like, why have I not seen them?
So you like recognize like everything around?
All the areas.
No way. Yeah, we're really close to each other, but I also feel like you don't really step out anymore to like events and stuff.
I don't.
What made you just be like, I'm over? Or like, are you over it? You're just like,
I don't know. I'm not necessarily over it, because obviously, like, if I'm gonna go celebrate, like if it was your birthday or something, like obviously I would go. But I think it's more of like I don't know. I think I have not gotten used to being in a big crowd just yet. After everything that happened, you get me? So I'm just like, oh god, like,
do you get, I just like anxious, or you're like, that's not where I want to be at?
A little bit. And also I just feel like I don't want to be a party pooper, because I've held back on drinking a lot. So I'm just like, if I don't go out and you know, I feel like, I'm not saying people like force you to drink, but then you know how everyone's like, come on, let's take a social shot. Thing. And imagine I'm just like, oh no, and they're like, why did you come?
Like, why are you
go
here?
Back home. So I don't want to be that person. So I'm just like, I'm gonna just not go, because I know that I'm not gonna drink. I'm like, damn. But yeah,
it's crazy that you bring that up, because I feel like I am the same way with like the whole drinking thing, because I actually stopped drinking this year.
Oh, you did?
So
okay.
like at the beginning of the year, I stopped drinking, and it's because I had like so much shit going on through my head. Like I just feel like I wanted like a fresh start in my brain, because I felt like I had like foggy brain. I always felt like if I wasn't at my house, I felt like I had to drink to socialize, because I would get anxious.
Yes.
So I feel like I know where you're coming from, where you're like if I'm not gonna drink, like, should I even go? And like I hated that. I hated having to make that decision of like, oh, I'm not gonna drink, so I'm just gonna stay home because I don't want to be a party pooper. Or like I don't know, it's easier to get in your head feeling that everybody's like, this is not drinking.
Yes,
right?
yeah. And I'm just like, I don't want to be that person to people, you know, like I want everyone to have fun. And like I know I can have fun without alcohol. I'm like, actually, can I don't know.
I know, you're like,
I'm like, maybe I need it. No, I'm just kidding. But I just don't want to be like a vibe coach to anyone. So I'm just like,
that was me. I wanted to like force myself to do things and still have fun without like necessarily drinking, because I also don't know how to like take a shot and keep it cute. Like if I'm gonna drink, I'm like, bitch, I want to get fucked up. Like I want to fully like perrear and twerk and do like the whole shebang. Give me a whole bottle to myself. So I was like, I want to just like press and reset and be able to like, I don't know, have fun without it. And I've been loving it so much. Like I didn't think I'd be able to like have full fun with it, because I was like, oh, I'm just so used to drinking with like my friends and doing like a social thing, or like even if it's not to get drunk, like let's just have a drink to keep it cute, you know. But I stopped drinking at the beginning of this year. And what month are we in? January?
March.
March. So it's gonna be 3 months, and I've been loving. I feel like my anxiety has gone down so much too. Like, you wanna know something?
I'm like,
you're like, no.
I'm like, get out.
I know. You're like, next topic. All right. No.
I'm dead. Imagine.
So I've actually said no to like a lot of podcasts before.
Really?
Because of how anxious I would get.
Oh,
and like
damn.
This is the first podcast besides mine that I've like gone on. And, like, I don't feel as anxious. Well, one, because with you, I'm telling you, like, with you, I just love having conversations with you, and I love speaking to you. But I honestly feel like before I would, like, my anxiety was so bad, and I was so anxious that I feel like I would have, like, out. It's not that I didn't want to be on podcasts. It's that, like, I would get so much anxiety, and then I'd be like, or if I did go on a podcast, I'd be like, can I have a shot? Like, I would need something to function or to get out of my head. But, like, right now, you asked me, and I like genuinely was so excited, and like I didn't get anxious about it, because normally it would be like the excitement, but then the anxiety would eat it, and I'd just be like, like I don't know, I would like shy away, or I just start like getting in my head about it. But I mean, this time around, I feel like so much better. So when you asked me, I was like, oh my God, I would love to be on your podcast.
I know. Thank you so much. I know, because I also feel like when you do get on a podcast and you feel anxious, like you just come off very different. Yeah. Because that happened to me when I went on La Platica's podcast. Everyone was dragging me in the comments.
No way, really?
I think because, well, first off, you see that this is how badly I'm just like, I'm happy that I'm not really drinking as much because I was hungover that day.
When we had
just went to the Drake concert the night prior.
Oh shit.
And then I just was not myself, and I think and I think that I was, what's it called, like anxiety.
Oh, the anxiety. I hated that. That's literally like the worst thing ever.
Yes, and I feel like I was feeling like that during the podcast.
Yeah.
And I was wearing a hat. I was just not feeling myself. And everyone in the comments were like, "Oh, she was boring in this episode. Why the fuck did she come?" No. So I'm just like, you see, that's another like factor as to why I'm just like, what does alcohol give me? I feel like it takes away more than it gives me.
Literally that's literally what I would like sat down with myself, and I was like, okay, I want to stop drinking, because like it got to the point where like the one night of me having fun was not worth the anxiety, or I feel like my hangovers would last a whole day.
Yeah, and then like the next day it's like completely like you can't even do shit.
We're not young anymore.
I'm like, are we old? I know. Earlier when I had looked back to look at the lights, I was like, why does my neck hurt?
She was like,
I'm like, oh my God, are we getting old?
And then I told her, I was like, I think I slept wrong because my whole jaw hurts. And she's like, I think we're just getting old.
Just getting old. Well, do you want a shot? I'm just kidding.
I was like, did you not listen?
I'm like, I thought you were a good listener.
No, but I literally thought you were being so serious. I was like,
no.
I was like, we're gonna cut to an ad.
No, we don't have alcohol. Oh, yeah, we don't have alcohol.
Even if you wanted one, I wasn't gonna give you one.
No, but no, that's nice. I feel like maybe we are getting like, I guess we're maturing. We're just like, alcohol maybe is, and just if you guys see us drunk next week, mind your business.
Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't mean I'm forever giving it up. Yeah. Man. So if y'all see me like drinking like a month from now,
I know, if you guys see me on a trip in like the next week and I have
we're all in Mexico. We're like,
I know.
It's even crazier though, like having like this little combo of like we're not drinking vibes, because like we've known each other. When did we meet? We've
known each other for a very long time.
Like
we met. Okay, so I'm 28. You're 26, right? 25.
I'm turning 26 in August. A little.
Yeah. We met. I remember it was a long, because you were still back at home.
I would travel here just for like the weekends.
And then I remember we was that the first time we met when we filmed that video when we pranked you?
Yes, that was the first time
with Yoatzi.
I want to say that was 2019, right?
Oh, I don't even remember. It has to be. I think it was like 2018 maybe, or 2019.
It had to be like around that, because that's when I was like coming to LA a lot. And I remember so in that prank video, if you guys don't know which one we're talking about, Elsie and Alo had done a video where they like pranked me. And I just thought we were going to do a collab, but they pretended to have like a full argument in front of me. And I believed it so hard because it was the first time we met in person.
Yeah.
So
I feel like obviously off camera we're like different.
That's literally the first thing came to my head, because obviously I watched all their videos and I was like, wait, what if this is how they are like behind
in real life?
Like I was like, what if they always argue before their videos? Because like in the prank, they would fully like be arguing and they'd start the video like, okay, you guys, we're gonna start. And I was like, do they really hate each other? All right.
Imagine.
But I literally was sitting there like, fuck. And like, I feel like I get really awkward when, well, I feel like everybody, if there's an argument happening between two people and you're just there as like the third wheel, I was like, well, what do I say?
And it was your first time meeting us too, so you're like, these.
I fully believed it. I was like, oh shit. I was like, this is how it really is. So like, I almost put up a button and joined them.
And Louis, do you know what was funny? That we had planned that last minute.
Really?
So we were actually gonna, I think we had planned to film, it was like a makeup video or something.
I
don't remember, but I promise you we planned it that day or the night prior, but we were just like, I think we should like do something different. I'm like, why don't we just prank him?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like it was built up from like since we were talking. We planned it like the day of and we were just like, fuck it, like let's just film this and see what happens. And then we told Yoatzi.
Oh, that's right.
We told her. She was on it.
It was literally the perfect prank, because if say you guys would have wanted to film that like maybe the next time we hung out or something, I would have already known y'all's duo, so I would have been like, it's a prank. But since that was literally the first time I met y'all, I was like, oh I was like,
I'm never coming back.
I was like, bye. I was like, let's not film for my channel anymore. I just, like,
imagine.
Yeah, and then for my channel we had filmed like a,
I know, what did we, was it the Mexican
we were making a bunch of like little antojitos. I think we had like made a couple, but it's been a while since I've even had things like that, because ahora sí me ganó la gastritis. I feel like I cannot eat like hot Cheetos anymore like that. I cannot eat like chamoy, like, because people will be like, Louie, what happened to those videos? But I'm like,
I know. You're like, it finally caught up to
yes,
me.
and I really thought I was like immune, because like so many people used to comment and be like, how do you eat that? Like, doesn't your stomach hurt? Or like blah blah. And I was like, no. So I really thought I was like different. It was never gonna catch up to me. B, ahora, like, if I'll literally have a little bit, I'm like, B, I'll like run away, like, and then my stomach will just hurt.
Dude, no, I know that's how I know we are getting old, because when I eat really spicy stuff, like my lower back starts hurting. I'm not even kidding. So I'm just like, I am not 21 anymore.
Yeah, mine's just like gastritis vibes where I want to be like in a little bolita. And,
and like, I don't have a gallbladder, TMI. I don't have a gallbladder.
What's that?
So it's just like, I don't know what kind of, I don't know what it is.
I just don't have it.
But I got it removed when I had gallstones. So when you don't have a gallbladder, you literally like, it's too much. I mean, TMI, but you like shit a lot.
I bet. She gets like a whole diaper under here. Like on dessert.
I'm dead.
Oh my god, what the heck? Because gallbladder, isn't that like connected to like where you pee or something like that?
That's what I thought. So I thought that it's what holds our pee, but I don't think it's that.
Oh my god, this is too much math.
You're like, it's too much science. I know
it's inside of us.
Yeah, so I don't have it. So but I know that once you remove it, like, you have a really fast metabolism, and I do. So it's hard for me to gain weight. It's
Where do
so
I
hard
get
for me.
Go
to the doctors.
I'm like, I send me your doctor. What the heck?
I'll send you my surgeon.
I know.
My plastic
Next
surgeon.
time I'm like, you guys, I just got my gallbladder removed.
I'm dead. Imagine. I know. Do you plan on getting any other like plastic surgeries?
No, y'all. I think I'm done. I was actually talking to my sister not that long ago. How like a few years ago, I literally, oh my god, it's crazy, but I was so into surgery. I mean, I'm still like pro surgery, like get done whatever you want. But like there was a point where I had a list of surgeries I wanted to get done. Like I just.
What did you want to get done? You're like a facelift.
No, it's
my
just
knees
like,
done.
I'm like, I wanted to get my toes removed. I'm just kidding. So I can go from a size 12 to a size 8.
Oh my god.
No,
imagine.
there was just so many things that I wanted to get done, but I don't think it was that they were like insecurities. I was so fascinated with like going under and waking up and it was changed. Like,
it's not even fascinated by the looks. You were just
it's just
by the experience.
By the experience.
That's
like,
crazy.
For example, when like I got my BBL, it was such like a mind fuck to me. How I was like, okay, Louie, you're gonna go to sleep with no ass, and you're gonna wake up with an ass. Like,
I see.
was like,
okay.
how? Like, what the heck? So I remember like, oh my god, you guys, and going down under is like such a weird like. So, like, I don't know how you remember it, but for me, it was very much like, okay, like, you're laying down. They're like, we're going to count down from 3. And I was like, it's not going to take 3 seconds for me to, like,
you're like,
out.
You're all trying to stay up.
I'm all trying to fight it. I'm like, no. Y'all hits me so I can go to sleep. No, but I literally was like, there's no way it's going to work that fast. So I just remember, like, when the surgeon was counting down, he's like, 3, 2. And I barely remember hearing 2 and just going, like,
Dude,
And
I think that's so scary.
Right. Well, now I do think it's scary.
Yeah.
Ahora le sacateo a little bit. But in that moment, I was just like so fascinated by it. Because like I just remember hearing him count down. And the next thing I would hear was them waking me up. Like, hey, get up, Louie, get up. And I was like, I haven't. And then I woke up and I was like, hey. I was like, it's there. I didn't imagine. But like, it was just like a time where like I wanted to get so many surgeries because I was like a little excitement rush for me. But now I don't think I want anymore.
No, I think it's so scary because I remember like throughout all of my surgeries, I would always tell the doctors, make sure you guys give me like anti-nausea medicine because I don't do well with the anesthesia.
Oh yeah,
I do not do well with it. Every single time I wake up from surgery, I'm puking. Like it's really bad. So I always tell them like, please, you guys need to give me anti-nausea medicine because I'm gonna wake up puking. That's why I've always been like, I hate surgery. Like I don't want to do this. Like. But it's been bad. But I do want to get one last surgery. And I want to get my implants removed.
Your chichi ones?
Yes. Like my real, I don't know if you can see, but so after Alani, when I breastfed her, my real boobs. So I actually kind of had like a little bit of like chichis prior my implants. Yeah. I was like a small C. So I had like natural fat. But my natural fat, like that's down to my knees right now. Like they've sagged so much that my boobs look so funny. It literally like they look like Squidward's nose. Like I'm not even kidding, because my implants up here and then my chichis are like bloop, like.
Oh wait, you're talking about like right now?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant before.
No, you're like, I could tell.
I'm like, I'm just kidding.
I'm like,
wait.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's how mine look. I'm just kidding. Wait, so you feel like you have your implant and then it's like
and like my real boob, like my actual fat is down here because I breastfed Alani.
Wait, why did I think that like
I
regardless
can show you.
I'm like, why did I think like you having an implant just meant your chichi was always going to be?
No, I think I'm just deformed or something.
I'm like, I don't think that's normal.
No, I know.
What the heck?
Yeah, like, and then I think that's why I always cover my boobs, because my boobs are so like, I just want to get rid of my implants and then maybe just do like a breast lift with like my actual fat.
I've seen a lot of girls do that, getting rid of like their implants and then doing like a lift and what's the other thing? There's something else, but just to make them like sit.
Yeah, it's higher. Like I think it's called a lift, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think I was thinking of something else.
Yeah.
But like how like for sure are you wanting that, or is it still something?
Oh no, it's 100%.
Oh really? You're like,
yes.
I'm ready to take
like if I could do it tomorrow, I would do it tomorrow. Because I remember I'm so like, I don't know if I'm down for this, but after I got out of my surgery, like when I was at the hospital with like my whole accident, I was like, how long do you guys think I can wait until I take out my implants? And the only reason why I was asking was because I'm like, okay, I'm already like recovering from a surgery. So I'm like, can I just recover from 2 surgeries?
Like kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
And then they were just like, no, you can't do that. They were just like, you have to wait at least like, I'm like, I just want to BBL right now.
You're like, do it right now.
I'm already opened.
Oh my God, I can't.
A little tummy tuck. No, but yeah, they were just like, you have to wait at least a year and a half. I was just like, okay.
From one thing.
Yeah. So I have to wait. But no, for sure, like if I could do it today, I would do it today.
With me, it's like, I was just telling you that like I was fascinated with like surgery. As much as I was fascinated by it, I get like asco and like when I think of blood, or I think of like right now that you said that you were opened up, or like your tummy tuck. Literally all those things are like me dan cosa. I can't see it. I don't want to like.
I know, because when I had to like clean my staples and I had them, it was yeah.
I don't think I'd be able to do that, but yeah. I feel like it's something that I've been thinking about too. I kind of want to like get rid of my bumpies.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Wait, why?
It's the first time I see this.
I'm like, give them to me. Mine's deflated.
I'm like, should we trade?
Yes,
you give me your chichis, I'll give you my butt. No, I've been loving it more, but there's just so many like things that come with like getting surgery that I feel like I didn't fully think about when I was getting my surgery. And obviously me being a guy, it was different getting my butt done than I feel like a girl getting her butt done. Like somebody had explained to me about for like women's bodies. I'm a scientist. No, women's bodies naturally produce, I think, more collagen or something, where like your body is expecting you to grow more like natural fat and like your
Like
bumpy.
fat cells?
I think so. I don't know, you guys. I'm not Bill Nye, so don't quote me on any of this. But it was something where like women's bodies are more like used to growing fat, like in the bumpies or in the chichis, just like natural to y'all's like chemistry. But for males,
I'm like, not for me.
My
pumpies are gone.
You're like, not all women. But for men, it's like not really a thing. It's like going against our like biology, or I don't know. These terms are too crazy. I know. Our manhood to like grow fat in like, for example, our hips or like our butt, or like you know, things like that. So I had heard that somebody was like, how was your body like when you were recovering? You know, sé qué tanto. They're like, because it's not like a usual thing for like a male's body to grow fat or something. And I was like, oh, I never thought about that. But basically what I'm trying to get at is I got my surgery when I was like young. I think I was 21. Ya ni me acuerdo. But I fully thought my body was like fully developed when I was turning 21.
Oh, okay.
But as like I grew up, like for example, my metabolism isn't as fast now, and then just like little changes that our bodies make and whatnot. So once I got older and like I still had my BBL, like my body just started changing so much. And for example, now when like I gain weight, a lot of it goes to my butt. Which like for some people you'll be like, hey, sickening. But to me, I was like, no, girl, it was getting fully out of control. Like I was gaining like weight. So when it was all going to my butt, I was like, wait, I don't want this anymore. So it's been like a little roller coaster. And like, I mean, I love it at times. Like there are obviously times where I'm like, hey, like I love having my pompies. But then there's times where I'm like, maybe I am going to get rid of it a few years down the road, or maybe now. I'm just kidding. I don't know. But it's like that feeling of like, I think I'm gonna undo it at some point.
I know, because I'm not sure how accurate this is, but don't they say like once you do like a BBL, your butt naturally just grows fat cells because there's already fat cells on it? I might be fucking wrong, so don't quote me on that.
We're all scientists.
Yeah, so but I think that's what I saw. Who's the source? TikTok. I'm like, I might be wrong, so don't quote me. But no, I know what you mean, because my BBL is gone. Like I feel like it deflated a lot, because I lose, like when I lose weight like this, and obviously my butt also goes with it. But I feel like the older I get, the more I'm just like, wait, like I kind of like the way my body is like
changing.
Even though my butt's getting smaller, like I want my titties to be smaller. So I feel like sometimes I see what you mean. Like sometimes you're just like, maybe. I feel like having a butt is like a luxury. Yeah. Like I wish we can take it off and put it back whenever we need it.
It's like I should have just stuck to butt pads.
To butt pads.
But I feel that we're like, even that's part of the reason why I'm like, maybe I should wait a little bit before I go. Cause like as much as I was loving like doing the whole surgery thing, I'm like, I don't want to do it. Like I would see that I'm older, I'm a little more scared. I don't want to go down under. I'm like just thinking about the recovery. Like I'm just like, I don't know how committed I am to doing all that again. But part of me is just telling myself to be patient, because like you said your pompies went away. I mean, your butt still looks amazing, but it's like I'm like, what if I'm just like more patient and my body changes again?
Oh, I see.
In a way that like part of me is just like, okay, you already fucking changed your body with surgery. Maybe be a little more patient this time and see how your body changes naturally, and then after some time, if I'm still not happy with it, then undo it. But
I know, because how do they do that? Would they just take away, like, would they, I don't know how to explain it. Would they do lipo on your butt?
That's what I'm assuming. Much? I'm assuming it would literally be just like lipo on my pompi. But then I get scared, because then I'm like, well, what if they take it away? No me dejan todo desnalgado. And it looks like all ugly.
And you're like, shit.
I know, so I'm like, can we put it back? So that's why I'm like, oh, I don't know. I already did so much change that I'm like, let me be a little patient.
But I feel like you're still young, so you still have time to be like, okay, I'm gonna just see what happens to my butt. Yeah. See if it like deflates like down the line. If not,
so if it starts sagging, I'll let y'all know. I post a picture.
It's already sagging and shit. You're like,
everyone's like, maybe you should fix it.
Oh my god, imagine.
Yeah, but we'll see. It's still something that I'm thinking about. I'm trying not to rush into it, but I feel like you with your like your chichis, it being an implant, I feel like it could be I don't know. I was going to say maybe like an easier change, but at the same time, you having an implant and then taking it out. Like, who knows?
Because I feel like I know they have to do like the whole surgery with like I think it's called like the lollipop or something.
Maybe I want one.
No, but like I think it leaves you scars.
Oh, I have seen that. Yeah. It's like a big scar, no?
Like the anchor scar.
That too. The whole scar situation. Like,
I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
I already look like Edward Scissorhands on my stomach right now. So I'm like, I don't know how much more scars I want.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And it's hard to get rid of like scars, the color and everything. It's
I
like,
know, because people have been asking me like in the comments for
Mhm.
like an update scar picture, I guess.
Mhm.
But honestly, I know this sounds crazy, but I'm not really too worried about my scar.
It's
Or maybe because summer hasn't came.
Oh.
So I haven't had the time to
Like,
be
give
like,
me
"Oh,
a
I'm in a
minute."
bikini.
Yeah.
But so far, I feel like mentally, like I'm
Mhm.
okay with it.
Oh, I love that.
Like I just think that I'm not too. It's not something that I'm just like,
Mhm.
shit. I have a big scar on my
Yeah,
stomach.
yeah,
Like, what
yeah.
am I gonna do to it? It's more where I'm just like I obviously still put like my scar tape and
Yeah.
all of my oils on it, but I'm just like, like.
Mm.
If it goes away, it goes away. If it doesn't, from what it looks like, it's not
Yeah.
going away. It doesn't.
It's
like,
not something that you're putting like a lot of thought into to be like, oh my
No.
god, I hate it, or like this and this.
I'm just
That's
kind of like,
good.
it's a battle scar. I don't know what else to do with it. You get me?
Yeah.
I'm not in a rush to remove it. I'm just kind of, I'm guessing just being patient with it.
That's good because yeah, I mean, like obviously something like that is something that's like on our bodies. Like you said, a scar is hard to remove. So like I was thinking about that. I was like, I wonder how like you feel with it. But mine that I was gonna tell you about is like not get rid with like your scar. But like I have like a little one like right here. Do you see it?
Oh, okay.
I have a little, I would say like a dent in my face.
Oh, I see a little. Like it's like very tiny.
Yeah, and like I used to put a lot of thought into it. This happened when I was like younger, because I was being a niño mal portado, and I was a freshman. Yeah, huevo, I wanted to get a piercing. Right
I was
here.
gonna tell you, like it looks like a piercing.
Yeah, a huevo. And like my parents were like, no, no, no. Everybody told me no. Even my friends were like, don't do that. And me being a little rebel, I went to like some girl's room and she got a needle. And she was like,
a girl's room?
Yes. I don't even. Oh, now I'm so squeamish with things like that. But I remember she literally grabbed my cheek and grabbed like a big ass like, needle. And she was like, and I was like, yay. My face felt like, I felt like I couldn't even smile. Like literally just pinch your face. And that's what it felt like. I couldn't even freaking stretch.
Oh my God.
But I got it. And then me again,
It
being
scarred,
impatient, I changed the piercing too soon.
Oh,
So
okay,
soon.
okay,
So
okay.
then my face, and I put uno bien cheapy. I went to like the gas station. I just got one that looked cute. And I was like, I want that one.
Like the little quarter machine.
Yes,
You
and
got it?
literally like the piercing I think was like $8.
Oh, okay.
So I took it off. I put the new one in and my face rejected it. So it got so nasty. Like literally like just, yeah, like.
Like they got infected.
It got like with pus. And imagine I just have like. No, it got like really gross.
That's what the dent is. It's the.
I'm like, touch it?
You like feel it?
I know. No, and like it just, my face fully rejected it and it got all nasty. And I remember when I was younger, I would bash myself all the time because I was like, why did I do that to my face? Like I'm always going to be looking because it's on my face. But like over like the time, I just forgot it was there. And like I don't even know it's there.
I know.
even pay
Honestly,
attention.
like when I see your face, I don't. That doesn't stand out to me.
Really? And that was my fear. And I feel like I've heard that a lot now when I do bring it up. People are like, oh, I don't even notice that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, because I was so hard on myself for it. Like I was blaming myself more because I was like, this is something I did when everybody told me not to. But
I feel like it looks like I don't know if you've seen, but you know how some people have like a little dentation on their arms.
oh,
Yeah, I feel like it's like a
little
natural
birth
thing.
mark?
Yeah, like it
Okay.
doesn't look like you had a piercing there.
Yeah. Somebody told me that I could get it surgically removed or that I could like get filler. I don't know what, but I was like, I'm even worried about it anymore like that.
Yeah, because what if it makes it worse?
Yes, exactly. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna leave it
And now you have
alone.
like a scar, like because of it.
Yes, I'm like, don't look at her, I'll punch you.
I'm
Somebody's
like,
like,
okay.
what is that? I'm like, your
Like,
turn.
look, everyone.
For real? It's like you do like a clip.
I'm
and
like,
it's just
zoom in
like,
on his face.
I'm like, wait. No, don't do that. Now everyone's gonna point it out. If y'all see me out in public and I see you looking at it, I'm like, I'll give you one.
Just put like a little pimple patch.
For real, a little star.
A little star.
No, and I've thought of, oh my god, I don't know what's up with me, but this is why I don't trust myself. I feel like I've gone through so many little phases where like there was a point that I wanted to get a tattoo right here just to cover
A
it.
little teardrop.
It's because I'm very impulsive. Do you feel like you're impulsive with decision making, or you feel like
I feel like
Yeah?
I used to be, but when I had a big old reality check last year, I was like, huh.
you were like, hold on a second?
I'm like, hold on, bitch, calm down. Yeah, but yeah, I honestly I feel like I was very impulsive.
That's me. I don't know. I get a rush. I think I don't know what's up with me, but I would make really impulsive decisions and then I would regret it. That's
like
why I don't have any
tattoos and
piercings.
stuff?
Yeah, so I mean piercings. I love doing it. So I don't have any tattoos.
Oh,
Do you
I
have
know.
any?
I got a freaking cherry tattoo. I got a matching cherry tattoo with at it was the twins like merch launch or something. I literally have a matching cherry
What?
tattoo with Carlita,
Uh-huh.
with Mary, with Alan.
Oh no way.
And I don't know who else got it with us, but it's a whole like matching cherry tattoo.
Is it big or is it like something
No,
little?
it's very small. You can't really see it.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
sure like in a bikini you can see it. But yeah,
I was picturing like a big old cherry, like.
Imagine. No, but like I feel like I'm that type of impulsive. I'm just like, okay, let's do it.
No, and I think my past decisions have made me second guess everything. So I love tattoos. I love.
You don't have any,
but
huh?
not even one.
Oh, okay.
I won't allow myself because I'm like, I'll probably regret this too. So I just decided not to get any.
I know, and I was now if you think about it like that, I don't think you're ever gonna get tattoos.
I'll admire
I think my
them
name
on
will
other
look so
people.
cute on your arm.
You're like on
Just
your
kidding.
neck,
on your forehead.
If I could, I would do a full sleeve on just one arm. I
Really?
would love to have
Oh.
a full sleeve, no color, everything just like black ink. I would love to do something on my thigh. I would love to do something like right here on like my chest. I would love another chat. I already have them all like written down.
I know.
I
I'm
just
like,
love. I know you're like, maybe don't do it. Yeah, I love them and I want one really bad, but I don't think I will. And next time I already have one. I'm like, look, it's your name.
it's my whole face.
I know it's a whole portrait. I'm dead. No.
You're like co-host.
Hopefully, I know I put the name of your podcast all big right here.
Imagine. Oh my god, that'd be freaking crazy.
I'm like 10 likes and I'll do it. Just kidding.
Perfect.
For real, everyone's like right away.
We can even get 10 likes.
Imagine it doesn't even get one. I'm like, great. I'm like, are you sure you want me as a co-host?
I'm like, actually, I'm not gonna post this video.
I know. I text you. I'm like, when are you gonna post this video? You're like, we lost all the footage.
Like, it wasn't filming the whole time.
I know. Hey, that's scary. Has that happened to y'all yet? Where, like, it wasn't
No,
filming?
Not yet. Thank God.
Knock on wood.
Has it? I'm like, that's plastic. I'm just kidding.
It all falls on me. I'm like, wait. For real?
I'm dead. No, I don't think it has happened.
Okay,
No.
I'm gonna knock on plastic.
Knock on
All right,
plastic.
I knock on my butt.
You're like,
We both did it at the same time.
I'm dead. No, it has not. How about for you and Yoatzi?
It happened. Well, we film our podcast in segments, so each of them are like 25 minutes long. And there was one time where we filmed and we didn't record a full segment, so like 25 minutes of it.
Oh, okay.
And we had to redo it. But then I told Yoatzi, I was like, I don't want to do that because she was telling me stories and like she was getting my reaction and stuff.
Oh,
But I was like, my reactions are gonna be all fake now.
Yeah, you're like,
I know, like, no.
like, tell me more.
I know, I'm all yawning. I'm like, no, but I ended up just being like, hey, we just filmed this whole long thing. Yoatzi messed it up, so we're not doing it anymore. I literally didn't want to do it because I was like, I am not gonna fake the whole thing. But yeah, not a full episode, luckily.
I know.
It would be scary.
I know. How long has it been since you started your podcast with Yoatzi?
It started, I want to say 2 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like 2 years. But what made you want to do a podcast?
I don't know. I think I have said it before. I think that I just had like a lot of downtime during my recovery. So I literally just felt like I just wasn't doing anything with my life. I just felt so stuck. And I think since I sat with myself for so long, I was just like, I just want to do something different. Like, obviously, I've been on social media for so long. I've been on YouTube for so long. So I'm just like, I think that I want to put myself in a position where I'm like, because I feel like I'm not really talkative. Like, I'm not like a good. That's why when you said I'm a good host, I'm like, I am. Well, he's lying, but thanks.
You're like,
I'm like, he has to say that I told him to.
There's a whole like prompt behind
It's
me.
a whole
like,
fucking.
reading
You have
it.
cue cards.
I know. I'm like, running out of things to say.
Literally, no. But I think it was more to challenge myself. Because I'm just like, you have become so shy throughout all these years. Like, I get that you've been through a lot. I just feel like I just have to come back from it. Because before, when I used to film for YouTube, even when we first met, I just feel like I was so different. I was very fun, very like, not loud, but I was just more like energetic and just outgoing. And then throughout all these years, I slowly just started being more reserved, more, I guess, boring. And I just think that I've just been like, I don't know, just not myself. So, and I just think that I just really wanted to challenge myself. And I'm just like, you know what? Like, let's just do something that's going to get you out of your comfort zone.
Oh, I love that.
So I was just like, I'm going to put myself in a position where I'm really uncomfortable and I'm going to just see how I'm doing the podcast for myself. No,
I know.
you're like, so why am I here? No,
I
I'm
know.
just kidding.
I'm on
No.
your therapy session.
I did no,
Aw.
but I also did want to like just have more human interaction
Yeah.
because I feel like I don't go out, I don't really do much, so I'm just like I think it would just be fun. Like I just want to just make it super fun and just do different things on here, meet different influencers because I feel like I have been meeting a lot of different influencers. And yeah, I just feel like it's been fun and it's been very different.
I love hearing that from you, like saying that you're like challenging yourself. I admire that a lot from people, and something that I try to do a lot with myself, where like challenge yourself to get to know yourself a little bit better. Because back then, I will say, I feel like you definitely were more, I don't know how to put it into words. Like you definitely were the one that was a little bit more in control, but you were like fun. Where like I remember you were like, let's film this, okay, let's do this, or like, hey, let's go do this, or like it looked like you always had like a structure, but very like fun. And then I do feel like there was a time where you kind of, I saw it as like you shied away and you weren't really stepping out anymore. And when I saw you like announce your podcast, I got really excited because I was like, oh my God, like this is something that she's doing. And like, it does take a lot of, I want to say like effort to put yourself in a position where you are hosting something, because you always constantly have to be like having a conversation going, or you're meeting a lot of people and like doing all these things. So like when I saw you doing that, I definitely saw it as like, this is something different for you, but in a good way. Yeah. And the reason I say that you're a good host and you're somebody like good to talk to is because for me personally, every time I see you out, I loved coming up to you to have a conversation with you, because you come across as like a little shy sometimes, but to me it was really rewarding. I don't know if it's like this for everybody else, but it was rewarding getting a conversation.
Oh, I
with
see
you.
what you mean. Yeah.
So that's why I say, because if I would get a conversation with you, you weren't the type to be like, oh yeah, cute, I'll see you around, bye. Like you wouldn't cut it off short. You would give off like, I do want to talk and I do want to talk to you. But it was more like I could see that you were a little bit more shy to start the conversation. So that's why for me, it felt really rewarding, like getting a convo out of you. And when I did get a convo out of you, it was a good conversation. It wasn't something that just felt like, hey, I'll see you, and like you would leave.
Forced.
Yeah. Because when we did start hanging out at first, I would like seek you out a lot. Like I feel like I always wanted to hang out. We would go to events together, or we went on 2 trips. We went to Miami and then we went to Montana. And I was so hyped. Like I made it my life decision to get her and Alo to come to Montana.
Oh yes, because we weren't gonna go.
Yeah, I think you guys had a lot going on, and we're like, oh, I don't know if we're gonna go. And I was like, no. I was like, this trip is not gonna be a trip if they don't come. And like,
oh, and also because I was pregnant.
Were you?
Yes,
during Montana?
that's why I didn't want to go. And then also because like there was a lot going on behind the scenes as well.
Oh, and I think you told me after Montana.
No, I told all of you guys.
It was. We were all sitting down at the table.
Yes.
Oh, I remember now.
And then nobody knew, and I remember I already had like an idea of like making a whole YouTube video of telling you guys that I was pregnant.
Oh my God, full circle right now.
Yeah.
Because that was 2019.
Yes.
Yeah. And I remember like she was just like, oh, I don't think we're gonna make it. Like I think you were telling us that you had something else going on, and I was like, no, I want her to come. So I remember I kept calling y'all and blowing up y'all's phone, and then y'all came like I think a day or 2 late, but y'all still went.
Yeah.
So I got really excited to see them there. And even for Miami, we had already been hanging out.
Oh yes, Miami was fun.
We did like a whole like video on like YouTube. We have like a few videos of when we went to Miami and Montana. It was like this big trip with like a few other people. And when we went to Miami, it was like the first time that I really got to spend time with y'all. Like, well, obviously we were all sleeping in the same house. So then I was like, oh my God, like I love hanging out with you and like just being around y'all. I wasn't 21, so I wasn't able to like go out with y'all or anything. I would stay at the house.
Oh, wait, for Miami?
Yes, you don't remember that? I went out with y'all once.
Oh, I don't. Because I feel like from Miami, I don't honestly. What I do remember is that Louie pranked us in Miami.
Oh, yeah.
He took all of our stuff and he was like, somebody broke into the house.
Yeah. I did like it's porque look, they all went out and I wasn't 21, so I stayed. And I was like, well, I'm bored. So I was like trying to figure out what to do. And the girls stayed out really late because they were out partying. And they were waking up hella late because they were all crudas. So I obviously wasn't cool to those. So I was like, I'm gonna prank them. So I remember I woke up and I was like tippy-toeing in everybody's bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Y todas llevaban un ingo de designer, like hella designer bags and stuff. And they came back from the club like drunk, and they left the doors unlocked and stuff.
Like idiots. We left it opened and everything.
Yeah,
I
so, like,
remember.
I thought of the prank as I woke up, and I was like, what can I do?
Mm-hmm.
So this was mean. I don't even know why I did it, but I went into all of their rooms and I took hella designer bags. I took someone's luggage.
Maletas, yes.
And things that they would notice. And I put them like in a room downstairs.
It was like in a storage room or like a janitor's room or
something like under the house.
Yeah.
I put it in there, and then I woke them up and I was like, oh my God, someone came in the house. Like, I don't even remember how exactly I executed the prank. I need to rewatch the video, but I remember like they woke up and they were like, what? And, like, they were all looking for their stuff. Like, oh my God, this is gone. This is gone. And then they were all like in the living room, and then Laura started crying.
It's because you were so slick with the filming.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I don't even remember how I filmed it.
I don't remember either, but I remember you got everyone's reaction somehow.
And Laura was crying because like I remember her literally saying, I don't even care about my bags, just my ID and my passport are there. How am I gonna get home? And like this whole thing. And then when I told them it was a prank, they all wanted to beat me up.
And we did off camera.
I know.
I'm
Like,
just kidding. That's why he didn't come out with us. Imagine.
Literally.
And we left him again that same night.
Yeah, and the next day I was like, okay.
No, I'm kidding. No,
like,
but
well,
yeah. It was fun. It was fun. I feel like even Montana was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think Montana is when I really started to like shy away from everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But I think just because I was pregnant, I don't know. I think I'm like, wow.
Maybe it was like you obviously being pregnant, you were like not stepping out as much and stuff.
Yeah.
And maybe you got comfortable in that and then just kind of stopped coming out.
Imagine if all of us planned another trip like that.
That would be a dream. Like, I would love doing that. But then it's like crazy to think about because like
our lives are so different now. There's so many kids involved as well.
Yeah, like that's one thing that I think about a lot. When I think of everybody, for example, who went to Montana. There was quite a few of us, and I think everybody has kids except for me and Gabriel and Daisy.
Doesn't.
Right? It's just us three. Am I missing anybody?
No, I think no.
Yeah.
Because we also had
Tati.
Yes. Alexis.
Yeah.
Yes, they also came with us. Yes.
But you see, everybody just has like their own lives going on. Everybody's like all over the place. Everyone lives somewhere else, and like Daisy lives in Texas. Bramty lives in, I don't even know where Bramty lives now. And Laura doesn't live too far from me either, but also Laura has her whole family. And then you have your family. It's like everybody's everywhere, and I'm still just me. I'm like, I don't have a family.
Wait, you weren't with Fern at the time, were you?
I was. That was the first time you all met Fern.
Oh.
In Montana.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I
remember
that.
It was the first time that everybody was like, "Wait, are you bringing your hombre on the trip?" And then I brought it, and everybody was like, like we're meeting Chile," and that's why everyone started calling him Chile.
Oh, that's right. That is how Chile started.
Yeah,
yes.
That trip, because everyone was like, "Who's that?" And then it's like, "Oh, we're gonna call him Chile."
Chile.
So then everybody started calling him Chile. But
and that's crazy. You guys are still together.
Yes.
I love Fern.
Yeah,
I feel like you know what's crazy with you and Adam as well. Like your partners, Lauro and Fern. I've always had like little private conversations with them.
Really? Oh, I love
and
that.
even Lauro has came to my house and we've like stayed up all night talking.
What the heck?
Yes, and I feel like I've always had good conversations with both Fern and Lauro.
Yeah, I love that.
So I'm like, that's why I'm still friends with you, Louie.
I know you. I just want to see.
I just love Fern. I'm just kidding.
Oh no, that means a lot to me.
I feel like Fern, he's so nice.
Yeah.
How is it?
It's really good. It's been since 2019 and we're 2029. Just kidding. No, it's been a long time, and there was a rough little patch where we took some time apart from each other where we weren't together anymore. But I think we just both needed to mature. There's been so much maturing that has happened since then. Like, when we first started dating, we were 19, and especially being 19, like, you love to think like, I'm an adult, like I'm already like have my whole life, but like no, like now thinking of me at 19, like I was a chamaco, like literally full on chamaco. I started living on my own, but even then I'm like, oh my God, how do people start living alone at 19? But now we've obviously matured so much, and it's a complete shift. Like I can 100% tell you that like being with him is not the way that it was when I first dated him.
When you first dated him.
Not that there was anything wrong with the relationship at the beginning, because it was still a very beautiful relationship. But I almost feel like I'm in a new relationship with the same person.
Oh,
in a good way.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I know. How did you feel when you made that video of you guys splitting? Like, did you feel like, oh yeah, I'm for sure never getting back with him?
In that moment, there was so much going on, and I don't like to bring my feelings and stuff onto social media. And the only reason I made that video is because I had gone through like this impulsive rage moment where I started talking about my relationship online. Yeah. And I obviously appreciate everybody who takes the time to watch me and keep up with me in my life. That I was like, I can't just end this relationship and like not speak about it, you know? Okay. So after going on like this little rage anger thing about my relationship ending online, I was like, okay, Louie, just get yourself together, breathe, and just talk about what's happening without getting like messy about it. Because I hate that. Like I've never been the type to get into drama. I've never been the type to like feed into it.
I feel like you're so unproblematic, Louie.
I try.
Like, you have no idea. I feel like you're one of the like only few influencers left that I feel like you haven't really been into any drama. I
don't like to feed into it. I try so hard just to protect my own peace, and I really don't see a benefit from doing it, because I know for a fact that people are going to have their opinions and things to say about me regardless of whether I speak about something or I don't. Yeah. So at that point, I'm like, I feel like I'm just speaking to a wall, trying to be like, please listen to me, when people are going to have their opinions regardless.
It's like trying to force someone to like you.
Yeah. And that's like something that I had to learn, is like literally tell myself like, not everybody's going to like me, and that's totally fine. But when I had to make that video, I did it more for, you know, I appreciate everybody who watches me. And I was like, well, my relationship was a big part of my life.
And it was.
Yeah. So like all of my content, everything. So I was like, I can't just be like, bye, and like cut it and like never say anything. So I made that video just to like close a chapter and obviously show that I was really going through it, because there's so much that happened in my personal life after that whole thing. But now I am like, not that I'm happy it happened, because I'm not, but it happened and I gained something really great out of it. Because I feel like if that didn't happen, I don't know where I would have been.
Like with Fern.
Yeah, I don't know how, if we would have taken the time to mature. Like, I don't know if how we would have like grown. Like, there was just so much maturing. That's the one thing I can always say, is that there was so much maturing that needed to happen. 1000%.
You guys probably needed time separated from each other.
Yes, that too is because it was like during COVID too. So his school went from like him living in college and in a dorm to living with me.
With you.
And then I just do social media. So like being with each other 24/7. It was just a roller coaster. And we didn't really have a lot of friends out here either when we moved. So, and my family still didn't live here. His family doesn't live here. So it was just like, hey, like 24/7. You wake up, I'd open my eye, he'd be like right there. Same thing with me.
No.
Like, yeah, it was just like, oh my God, maybe we should breathe. But yeah, everything's really amazing and great now. And I think we just needed to both grow up.
Oh, that's good though, because I feel like you guys seem like you guys have matured a lot.
Yeah, I even see it in him, and he says he sees it a lot in me, and even like with our families. And yeah, I'm really happy with where we're at now, and I'm glad that we had that time to grow up and also see what we wanted, because during that like time off, I think it's safe to say that we both thought the best would be to move on. And I think we both tried to move on, but it's just like it couldn't, as much as like we both tried, like it didn't happen. And now we're back and we're trying to make things work, and
that's good.
We're really happy. Yeah.
Will we be seeing a wedding?
Oh no, it's funny because like every time I see him or like something happens like on TV or like a movie where they're like proposing, I'll be like like I'll just like show my hand to him and stuff. So it's just like a little joke that we have going on right now. But I mean, I would obviously love that, but it feels crazy because I'm 25, I'm turning 26, but I'm like,
would you ever want to get married?
I would love to. I would love to. But it's also like I still feel like a chamaco. Like,
I see what you mean. Yeah, like, that's kind of good though. I think that you are aware
Yeah.
that you have grown a lot, but you still feel like a chamaco. But I think it's because you're still having fun.
Yeah.
You're still exploring.
Mm-hmm.
You're still, just keeping yourself happy and sane. And you're not like, I'm ready to settle down. Like I need to settle. Like because you are still young. You're only in your mid-20s. That's still very young.
Yeah, but it's just sometimes like the pressure from like society and the
Like
norms.
society.
I know. No, it's because like I think about it sometimes. I'm like, I'm 25. I was like, I should have kids. I should like, like, because for example, Yoatzi, she had her first baby at 21. She had just turned 21. So sometimes I feel like I'm like, am I not growing?
Do you feel
up?
like you're behind on like in life?
Yeah, like well, because for example, I would hang out with all of y'all.
Okay.
And all of you have like families now, or you have like a little mini you, or like just things like that. And I'm like, I'm not doing those things. But then I'll like snap myself out of it, and I'm like, no, you know what? Like I'm happy right now. Like I'll have people ask me like, do you want kids? And like I'll be like, yeah, like I've thought about it, but then I'm like, not right now.
Yeah.
Or even like marriage, I would love to get married, but then I'm like, I don't think about that right now.
I know. I think that I could be like a good example for someone who's like, for example, you're like, oh, am I behind? I would definitely say to wait and take your time with things, because I obviously rushed a lot of things. So I'm like in the position that I'm in now, because now I'm just like, damn, like, because I also want to get married. Like I think that is one of my dreams, is to get married, to have more kids, because I think I was born to be a mom. I feel like I always say this, like I want more kids. Yeah. Thank you. I feel like I want more kids. But no, I think now I'm just like, no, now even being 28, I'm like, I'm pushing 30, honey. My neck is hurting. Why did my neck hurt when I looked back? I should go to the doctor after this. I'm like, that's kind of concerning.
I know. I'm like, I'll take you.
Yeah. But I think that now, even like being at my age, I'm just like, I think I could wait. I'm not in a rush to like settle down. I'm not like, I can wait for the marriage. I can wait for more kids. Because then I feel like it stresses me out thinking about like, damn, like, but everyone's getting engaged. Everyone's getting married. But I'm just like, dude, what's the rush? Like, I'm like, did we not learn our lesson the first time? I'm like, slow down. Like, it's okay. Like, yeah. So I think it's cool just to like sit back and, because I feel like you're in a really good position.
Thank you. No, and it makes me happy hearing that from you too, because it is sometimes it's like a lonely feeling where I'm like, am I the only one feeling this way? But I feel like I've been trying to tell myself that, and hearing it from you too, then I'm like, okay, then like it's not just a conversation I'm having with myself, because I try to tell myself like, okay, I'm enjoying my life right now. I don't need to rush into anything. Like things will happen when they need to happen. And I feel like when we feel ready, things happen naturally. And I'm like, just don't want to do what you just said, where like I'm going to rush myself into, because like even like the whole kids and marriage thing a lot, like I don't feel like I want to get married right now, but it is a dream of mine to get married and have like this huge
Fern already has the ring.
I know. He's like
never.
I'm like, no, I would love to get married, but it's not something that I'm putting thought into right now. But I'm like, when it happens, I know I will be so happy, but I'm not in a rush.
You're in a rush,
basically. Yeah. So let me take off my ring. Just kidding.
You're like,
I'm like, fuck this.
That's funny. I know, because I just feel like, especially being on social media, like we see it happen all the time. Yeah. Where we're just like, damn, this person's getting engaged. Damn, this person's having to get. So we're just like, damn. Yeah. But what I also did want to ask you, like with new and upcoming influencers, like what's your whole opinion on that? Because I feel like every single week there's a new face. There's a new trend. Like for example, like Astrid, was one of them. Like what would you say now, since I know for sure I'm considered like an OG, but I feel like you're still in the Gen Z. Yeah, because you are in the Gen Z.
I don't even know where I'm at.
You're like, I'm just sitting here.
I know. I'm like, I honestly don't even know where my life is going. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I don't know. Y'all let me know what I am.
No, I don't think I'm a Gen Z. I was born 96.
Because Gen Z is like the younger?
I think 97. I have no idea. I have no idea.
Y'all let us know.
Yeah, like just let us know. Obviously, I'm not with the way I'm feeling. But yeah, like how do you feel with like new and upcoming influencers being on social media every single? I feel like it's like every day. You have a new face every day.
Well, it definitely does make me feel older. Because when I started social media, I was 17, 18. So like when I see like the newer influencers, content creators come in, I'm like, oh my God, like I was that age and I was doing those things, and like I do feel a little bit older. Or like people will come up to me and they'll be like, oh my God, Louie, I remember I used to watch you when I was in high school. Now I just graduated college. I'm like I'm like, wait. But I'm happy to see a lot of Latino content creators because I feel like, especially around the time that we started, we were like lacking that a little bit. Where I just felt
That
like
is
there wasn't a
so
lot,
true,
right?
and I think we've actually said that before.
Yeah, like I
That
feel
there
like I've
isn't
been
a lot
pretty
of
vocal about
Latinos.
that. And I'm
Oh
happy to
wow.
see like new content creators that are Latinos and blowing up so much and like getting so many views and like likes and like, I mean, I'm happy that like the first people that come into my head right now are like Wendy and Benji and like there's just so many of them. But like I'm happy for them because I'm like I love seeing more Latinos like content creators,
especially getting support. Like right now, Benji is getting a massive support because he came out to like his audience, his fans.
Yes, I love that for him, and I actually wrote him a little message because it made me sad because I related, but it also made me really happy and like I feel like it's like hard sometimes to think of our own happiness, especially when we're like in the closet or thinking about like coming out, because I heard him talk about how like his parents didn't want him to come out, or they were a little pushy, like no, don't, and that's how my parents were. It was very much like, no, you're not gay, like no, don't come out, or like that's not you, stop walking like that, whatever. And I feel like that's kind of what he explained he was going through, so him admitting it, I feel like I could see just the
Like the
breath
inner
of
child
fresh
in you.
air, or like that too, like just seeing like, oh my god, that's literally where I was at, like how I felt. So I'm really happy for him, and like we just sometimes have to remind ourselves that like our happiness matters too. And I felt like I was betraying my parents when I came out by coming out.
Really?
Yeah,
Like you felt like you were doing something wrong?
yeah, because I felt like I had to always make them happy, and my happiness couldn't happen because they didn't want me to come out at the time. But over time, and like, I mean, I'm not saying this is a situation for everybody, but for me, it happened where my parents really were just like not for it. Like they didn't want me to come out. Well, they said they knew since I was little, but they were like, no, you're not gay. Like this is like just pushing against it so much. But now that I've grown up and I have such an amazing, beautiful relationship with my parents, where like with my dad, it's been a full 180. Like sometimes I forget about my childhood with them and how dark it was at times because of how beautiful the relationship is now. But after speaking to them and stuff, like I've came to realize that it's not so much that my parents didn't want me, it's that they were scared for me. Like,
oh, I see what you mean. Like they were scared, as in like you going to school and people like teasing you and bullying you and stuff. Or
like I think they were so against me coming out as gay because they thought I was choosing a harder life for me. Like part of them, like I felt like they just thought like, no, don't do that to yourself. Like, and they were mad because they wanted me to not come out because I was already getting bullied so much before I even came out. So I think my parents were just like, no, because it didn't make sense to me because my parents always cared for me. But whenever it came to like me being gay or like acting feminine or anything, it was like a full just like hate. Like it was just like not hate, but like I mean like hate and like anger
it
and
was
just
like a hard no.
why? Like wow, just like a hard no. But now that like I've came out and like I've grown a relationship with them, like my parents are so supportive. But because I think being a kid and going through that, I think they were just like, who's gonna protect you? We're not always there, or like don't do this, don't choose this life, or like I think they still thought it was like a choice. But now that they've seen me like, you know, grow up and become the person that I am and be able to like care for myself, like they're so supportive. Like my dad compliments my makeup, my dad compliments like when he sees me in a wig, and so does my mom. And my mom will always send me messages being like, oh, like you look so beautiful, or like you remind me of me when I was younger, like little things like that. It's like I'll like sit there and I'm like, I can't believe I'm hearing this from like my parents, where like when I was younger it wasn't that kind of a relationship. But I really am praying and hoping that Benji is able to, you know, hopefully have a better relationship with his parents if that's what he wants. But if that's not, unfortunately that's not what happens with everybody. But I think a good reminder is to be like, our happiness matters too, and we're not always gonna have the support, but as long as we're happy or like we have our chosen family, then like
I know. And I feel like you probably now like you make your parents really proud because I feel like you probably proved them wrong.
Yeah,
because they're probably traumatized or probably just afraid for you, but they probably see you now and they're like, wait, like he's actually a really good person, or like you can take care of yourself, like you know how to handle it, and this is exactly who you are as a person.
Yes, oh my god, 100%. Yeah, because I think when I was like younger, my parents would bring that up a lot, that they just like were scared for me. Like they just didn't know how I was gonna do it. And like once I, was able to care for myself and do all these things and provide for myself and everything, they were like, oh, like maybe it's not as scary as we thought it was gonna be. And my dad has told me that when he was younger, like he would see a lot of really scary things happening to gay people where in Mexico. And this is where I say, like, I knew it was out of pure fear from my parents, because my parents were never really like homophobic or would say things like, my mom had gay friends. My dad was like really nice to like other gay people, like in the city that I lived in, like would say hi and like not treat them any different or anything. So then I was like, if you guys are so nice to all these people, like why not me? I'm your son. But then as I grew up and I had a better relationship with them, I realized that the anger was coming and stemming from fear.
Yeah,
and
I
they
was
were
gonna
just
say
like
that.
scared for me. And then I think once they could like let their guard down a little bit, they were like, oh, I guess it's not that bad.
Like it wasn't like a selfish act. It was actually really selfless.
Yeah,
because they're just like, oh, he's my son, like I don't want anything to happen to him.
Yeah. And I could see that now from their shoes, because with Yoatzi's kids, my niece and my nephew, like I don't know, like that's why, like also I'm sure you feel this way with like your daughter, where like they're not even my kids, and I feel like I want to be like this with them all the time. Like I'm just like,
Alana, you're not going to school.
Yes, even that, like they're literally not my kids, but I'm like, oh, if anybody ever tries to bully Travis, like I'll beat him up. Like, or like my niece, like I'm just like, I get scared for them to. I mean, we all go through life experiences as we're like getting older. Like we can't avoid all these things, but I'm like, it's scary. So then
I know, and just imagine our parents. Our parents came from like a whole different country, and they saw way more violence than we ever did. So I think that a lot of the Hispanic parents, if they act the way they act because, I mean, of their past traumas.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I feel like we have it really easy.
Yes, compared to like the things that my parents have told me, like that they witnessed or saw or experienced or lived through. I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of internal trauma that they're like, oh my God, this is scary. Yeah, but I mean, I'm really happy for Benji. If you're listening to this, I'm really happy for you.
I know. Hopefully he works it out with his parents.
Yeah.
And because he has a lot of support.
I love seeing that too. Oh my God.
Yes, and I feel like it takes a lot of courage for him to do that online with a massive following, where there could be so many critics and even like homophobic people on the internet, because the internet, it's a fucking free game. Like there's all types of people. So I think that Benji, he did super good at doing that, because I mean, if you think about it, it's mainly for him.
Yeah.
So the fact that he did it, it's just like, oh, it's nice. And I hope he knows we're here to support him. And I'm sure a lot of influencers are as well. Yeah,
and I love seeing his friends also be so supportive with it. And like a lot of his friends were reposting like some of his videos. And like, that's really cute. I mean, when I came out, was already like a big shift happening and like people being like more accepting. But I feel like now, and seeing that now is like such a beautiful thing to witness, even online, and seeing it happen. I'm like, oh, this is like the support that people are showing him makes me really happy.
And then speaking about like all these new influencers, what advice would you give up and coming, or maybe even people who want to be influencers? You're like, don't.
Like, don't do it, please. Run.
It's a lot of us already.
I know. Like,
the brand deals are gonna leave.
I know. I'm like y'all are coming for my bag. I think the best thing to say, and I feel like I've always been saying this, is to have fun and just like be yourself. And it sounds so cheesy, but it really is that. It's the truth. Yeah, it's what makes people stand out, especially 100%. With there being so many like content creators now, because there's so many now. Like before no habían muchos.
No.
And now there's so many where I'm like, the one thing that'll help you stand out will be being yourself. And I know it's scary. It's easier for people to like put up a front than to be themselves, because that's where you feel more vulnerable.
Yeah.
But I don't know, y'all are the viewers, so y'all let me know what you think.
I know, and I also feel like it's very obvious when someone's being robotic, or someone's being too reserved or too like fake, pretty much. Like, I feel like it's very obvious, and
it's scary doing that too, because you could only put up a front for so long. Like I can't imagine putting up a front or like having like a forced personality or something, and then just at some point be like, oh, I'm over this already.
You're like, that's so true. I know, because do you know what I always think about is life after social media. I'm like, because I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I'm kidding about that. Like, isn't that crazy?
It's scary.
It is so scary to think, and I'm sure like some people watching are like,
Mhm.
well, what are you guys gonna do like after social media is done with? Like, what's the next step?
Well, I'm gonna
Like,
be
what
making
would you
YouTube videos
like
at 80 years
at
old.
80 years
Like,
old?
what's up, guys?
You're all at a senior citizen home
I know. I'm like all hooked onto like oxygen tanks
on
and
life
stuff.
support.
I know. I'm like, comment.
You're like, for this video we have SeatGeek.
Like for this video, I'm gonna show you how I changed my diaper. Just
You're like
kidding.
sponsored by Pampers.
By Huggies.
By
Just kidding.
Huggies.
No,
Imagine.
it's a scary thing to think about.
It is.
But I try not to get too scared because like this is where I find comfort in. Because before it was really scary because people were shoving traditional jobs like down our throats and being like, if you don't have a traditional job, like what are you gonna do? Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. It was really scary. But I feel like not only social media but life is also changing into like a very I'm trying to make myself feel better. No, but it's like it really is shifting and changing, and it's not just content creators that are making money from like being online. It's so many like small businesses or other people doing stuff like on computers or like it's just so many opportunities to make money. And it's also sad to think about because a lot of people are losing their jobs to like robots or technology or like AI. Like it's scary with how fast
they're gonna
technology
create
is
like
moving.
AI influencers.
No, I know. Like literally, I'm just like, it's scary to think about, but I've also hear a lot of people not doing like traditional jobs, which I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Like obviously there's so many jobs out there that are still needed, and I love seeing people pursue like their education and going to school and everything like that. I'm all for it, but I try not to freak myself out because I'm like, time is changing a little bit, and I'd like to think that there still will be an opportunity, not for me to be a content creator forever, but I'm like to continue to, you know, live my life and keep doing something without thinking like, oh my god, what am I gonna do now?
Yeah,
because it is scary.
And then I feel like there's also a lot of business opportunities.
Yes,
like
for
there's
sure.
a lot of space for that.
Yeah, because I would freak out a lot before, being like, what am I gonna do? But with being a content creator for so long has allowed me, gracias a Dios and gracias to y'all, to make a good amount of money.
Yeah.
To be able to start different
To like
business
invest it in somewhere
ventures,
else, huh?
invest and, you know, find other ways of income. Like it's not just social media. So I think a lot of people think it's just like the only source of income is me making a video, but there's multiple sources of income, and there's multiple ways for me to make money outside from just like making videos. But it is scary to still, even with all that going on, like I'll think about it and I'm like, what's gonna happen? Because
like
with
in
all
10
this,
years, like where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I don't know.
That's scary to think.
I know.
You're like, I want to leave right now.
I know. Hopefully married. I don't know about kids because I'm still thinking about kids. I get freaked out thinking about kids, but hopefully married. Hopefully in a more settled. I'm getting freaked out. I'm like, I start crying.
You're like, I don't have a game plan.
I know. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, you guys. I don't know. It's scary to think about.
It
but
is scary.
If I think 10 years ago from like right now, when somebody had asked me that I had just like started doing social media, I didn't think I'd be where I'm at right now, like owning a home and like supporting my family financially and like all these really amazing, great things. I didn't think about any of that back then. I just kind of, you know, continued to follow the right path as I was doing it. So right now I feel like I'm just trying to make sure I make the right decisions and continue to.
That's good. And just stay in the present.
Yes. And as I'm going, hopefully I'm building the road to my future.
Yeah.
But if I flop, y'all know. Y'all will see it before I do.
You guys will see. I'm dead. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen.
No, knock on plastic.
Knock on plastic. I'm like, knock on plastic.
We're hella talking about our future. I'm like, you're removing your chichis. I'm removing my butt. We're both going to get married.
I know. I have me being single.
Wait, I'm already talking about your marriage.
But you know what? Yeah, let's speak that into existence.
Yes, for sure.
Because I would love to get, like, in 10 years, I would want to be married.
Yes.
10 years, I'm like, I'm going to be 39. Wait, 30. I don't even know how old I am. I'm 30. I'm going to be 38 in 10 years.
Damn.
And if I'm not married, I don't know what's going to happen.
We'll have to do another episode. Actually, in 10 years,
10
we're
years
still doing another like podcast episode.
This time we're in vultures.
I know.
Not these years.
For real, we won't even
We're
need
apart.
these chairs. I have to put like the breakdown.
Imagine with our oxygen tanks.
I know. Mid 40s, not even that old, and we need like oxygen tanks.
We're fucking over exaggerating.
I know.
I know, but honestly, I feel like the older I get, the more excited I am about like the future.
Yeah, I've
Because
said
I'm
that
just,
too.
especially having a kid, because I'm
Mhm.
just like, I cannot wait for Alani to go to school, to go to
Yeah.
college. Because I feel like my dream, which is so I won't ever push it on her, but it'll be nice to see. I always dreamed of going to college and playing volleyball in college. I literally follow like a bunch of like NCAA athletes because I'm just like,
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
So now I'm just like, hopefully Alani goes to college and maybe she gets into sports. I just think it'll be so nice to see. So I'm excited for the, and I think that's why I want more kids. Because I'm just like, I would love for all my kids to be athletes or like just to join like different things and for me to attend. So yeah, I feel like it makes it more exciting.
That's such a beautiful part of like having kids is that not only are you living your life, but you're also living your life through your kids.
I'm like,
their
Alani better
experiences.
go to college. I'm
I
She
know.
better play volleyball. No, I'm
You're
kidding.
like,
I'm
there's
kidding.
no exceptions. For real.
Imagine.
She's like listening outside. She's like,
She's like, I'm running away.
I know. So I'm running right now. She's like, I'm not going to play volleyball.
Yeah. Imagine.
Oh.
No, but hopefully,
Yes.
Alani, if you're watching this, I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, I think it's more exciting
You have something to
look forward to.
Where me,
Yeah.
I'm just like waiting for my dogs to learn how to pee on their pee pad. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Wait, they're not potty trained yet? Wait, is it potty trained?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
One of them is, and then the other one is still learning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I don't think she'll ever be potty trained. I've accepted it. I'm like, I don't think she's ever gonna learn.
I have diapers if you want to.
I know. I've actually thought of putting like actual pañales on her. Porque no aprende, but she'll probably take it off somehow. So that's why I haven't done it. But well, in 10 years I'll hopefully have another dog.
Oh, okay.
I love pets, so I definitely want more.
Oh my God. You know what's crazy? Alani's asking for a dog, but I'm like terrified of dogs. I don't think I've ever said this out loud.
You're lying.
I have, like, I think I need therapy for it. Like, I'm not even kidding. I am terrified of big dogs.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
I don't know what it is, but I just can't
You're
like put myself in a room with a dog. I would freak out.
Yeah.
Like, I've cried before being next, even just
Really?
being next to a dog.
You're lying. But only big
Yes.
dogs, not little ones?
No, not little ones.
Oh, okay.
I could just kick them. I'm just kidding. Imagine,
You're like,
I imagine. No.
Oh.
No, not little ones. Ew, my mocos came out. Sorry. But big dogs, like
Yeah.
I just can't. I don't know what it is.
I can
But I
see
also
that.
think because I grew up in the ghetto. So coming home from school from manual arts, like we would have to walk through alleys to get home, and there was like pit bulls and like every
Yes.
like back gate, and like we will always get chased by
Barking.
dogs. So I have a really bad history.
Pues
And
con
like,
razón.
yeah, I know. And then a German Shepherd freaking bit me like
Oh,
a long time ago.
Okay,
so
then
it's
I
just,
get it.
I never got that fear just never left.
Full trauma. You see a dog and you're like, fight or flight.
No, literally. But hopefully,
Yeah.
because Alani wants a dog. I'm like, girl, what kind of
You're
dog?
like, get her a cat.
I know her.
And I'll get her.
Dude, cats are very like feisty too, though.
Yes, I think it's harder to well, not harder because cats are more independent, but because they're so independent, they're always like, I feel like they're ready to fight all the time.
Yeah, and I feel like they pay no mind to the owner or anything.
Yes, they run you. You don't.
So I'm
run
like, what's
them.
the point?
I
I'm
know.
just
Like, you better start paying rent too. Then.
Literally, he's
Yeah.
all house sitting.
know.
Just there.
Oh.
But we are gonna wrap it up here. Do you have any like last? Thank you for being you guys will see him in the next episode.
I know.
He'll be interviewing the guest
I
instead.
know. You're like just watching me from behind the camera. I'm like, am
Literally.
I doing it right? I'll see.
I'm holding up cute cards
Oh,
for you.
No, I loved being like, am I like your first like co-host?
Yes,
kind of thing?
yeah.
I love
So
that.
I think this is I think like if I don't know, it's the very first time that we announced the co-host segment because
Wow.
they don't even know that we're gonna be doing this.
Uh-huh.
So we're just like, yeah, Louie was our very first co-host guest. So I'm
Yes.
excited.
No, thank you for having me. And this was so fun. It was something different. than like other podcasts that I've done where it's a
Yeah.
little more like interview style. So this was really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed and love listening to
And
our
nobody
little
watches
rant.
it.
I know. The one viewer and it's me when you send it to
It's
me
to
to
your
prove
dogs.
it. I'm like, hey, I think your channel's like fucked up. No one's watching. You're like, it's no one wanted to.
Just imagine. I'm saying just kidding. Like I said it.
I know. No, I hope
but-
you guys loved
Yeah.
this. And thank you for having me.
I know, and
had
it was
so
nice
much
to
fun.
catch up.
Yeah, we
It
needed
was-
this.
Yes,
for
I haven't seen
sure.
you in forever. I think the conversation, it was pretty funny. I think
Yeah.
it went pretty good, and I'm excited to see what you end up doing in the next. I'll see you in 10 years.
For real? No, it better
I'll
not be
text
that
you to
long.
see. Yeah.
I'll make sure you step out more. and
Yeah, no, I
hopefully
have.
you guys
We
see more
live
of us.
so close to each other.
Yeah.
I need to go over.
Yes, please. So if y'all don't see us hanging out in the next few days,
It's because of me. No.
I know. I'm like, go to her
You were
comments.
gonna say it.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
like, y'all know why. I'm just kidding.
No, but yeah, I'll make sure that I go with Lonnie so you can babysit her for me.
Yeah, my dogs will be like, get her. I just kidding.
Imagine,
Huh.
dude. Lonnie's Pablito.
I know.
So she knows how to get down.
I was
Nice.
gonna say, she's like, bitch.
She's like, Platter Plomo,
I
bitch.
know. She's like, I'm just kidding.
Imagine.
Oh.
No, but yeah, thank you so much for coming out. And I hope you guys
course.
did enjoy this very first episode of our very first co-host. Thank you
Yay.
so much. And hopefully maybe next time we can do something, or maybe we could collab on our own personal channels.
Yes, a
Who
full
knows?
video.
Louie's like,
I'm like,
Oh,
I think
no.
we're done. Actually.
but yeah, you guys, thank you
Thank
guys so much.
you.
And thank you so much, Louie,
Thanks
once
for having
again.
me.
And we'll see you guys next time on the next episode of Me and Who Else. Bye.